Letter interactions are really what make lettering special. By adding letter interactions, you're making the lettering piece feel more cohesive and together. Finding and creating letter interactions is easiest to do with the script style of lettering. And this is because the script style is already connected from letter to letter, and it's easy to manipulate those connections to make it feel a little bit more cohesive. However, letter interactions can be done with pretty much any different style. The idea remains the same, which is try to find areas that are open to play with, as well as the ends of letters that you can manipulate. Letter interactions are also the easiest to find with lowercase and title case letters. And this is because there's a lot of ascenders and descenders, which are really good for letter interactions. Now to start off, I'm going to give you a rough idea of what to look for with letter interactions and what letters to look out for. However, I don't want to confuse things by adding a whole bunch of different letter styles. I just want to convey the idea of letter interactions. So I just sketched this out onto paper with a Sharpie. So it's not going to be a finished lettering piece, but hopefully you get the idea. One of the first letter interactions you could find is the crossbar. And this is the capital T, the lowercase t, the capital H, and the capital A. And there's other letters that have crossbars. However, these are the best ones I've found that don't interfere with the legibility of the letters. And also, an example of the crossbar is the word happy and then the crossbar of the H crossing over and connecting with the A to complete the word happy. The second type of letter interaction is tittles, and these are the dots on top of the lowercase I and the lowercase j. And for an example of an interaction with a tittle is trick, and the ascender of the K loops around and connects with the tittle of the I to complete the word. The third type of interaction would be with ascenders, and with ascenders they're usually the lowercase letters that have stems going upwards above the X height. And this would be with the lowercase d, b, f, h, k, l, not o, but the lowercase t as well. And the word would be with Gotham, and this would be the ascender of the H looping around and connecting with the crossbar of the T. And the last type of interaction would be with descenders, and this is the opposite of ascenders, which there's stems going downwards below the baseline of the lowercase letters. And this would be with the lowercase j, lowercase g, p, q, and y. And an example is the descender of the y looping around and creating an underline for the word yellow. So now that we've covered several different words that are really good for letter interactions and that you should look out for in your words, we'll now cover 3 ways that you can use those letters and create those interactions. The first would be to underline, and this is usually found with descenders or letters at the end of words that you can loop around and underline the word with. The second would be with connections, and these are obviously the ones that connect letters to other letters. And lastly would be with flow, and this is more of an indirect one and it's a little bit more subtle, but it works really well if you do it right. And this can be found with letters that are subtly about the same curve or going in the same direction, and all you have to do is just line them up to where something like this L is wrapping around this O at the same curve, so it looks like they are interacting with one another. So hopefully now you have a better idea of what to look for with letter interactions and how you can actually create them within your word. So in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how these letter interactions work together within a composition of a lettering piece.